Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the lattice modifier. It's good for making overall changes to a mesh that you already have. Easier just to show you here. Very easy modifier to use. So here we go. I have a pumpkin here. You can see in edit mode, it has a little bit of a mesh. Now I want to make some changes. Like I want to make this bulge a little, maybe make the whole pumpkin a little taller, but I don't want to work with the mesh, individual faces or edges here, or even group select. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lattice modifier. So I'm in object mode here. I'm going to go to my world. I'm going to add a lattice. Now there it is. I'm going to scale it, get it so it's, sort of the size of your object that you're doing. So let's just get it around like that. That looks pretty good. And now with this lattice modifier selected, I'll just scale X a little bit there. That was SX. There we go. What you do is you can go down here. You'll see the latticed object has a little thing here, a little object tab for it. And you'll see what I can do is set up the how many divisions in each direction there. So basically in the XYZ, right? But they call it UVW. So let me just do this. I'll put 4 on each, and I'll just work with this. Now, how do you actually get this sort of attached to the pumpkin and modifying the pumpkin mesh? Just click on your pumpkin, go to the modifier tab, and let's add the lattice modifier. The lattice modifier wants to know what object is going to be helping you modify it. So let's take the lattice that we put into the world, or the scene, and that's really it. Now how does it work? Well, now you can just basically select your lattice, go into edit mode, so tab, and you can only pick vertices here. And so what I'm going to do is basically just pick vertices and start pulling and tugging. So for instance, I can do a border select, B, highlight these top ones, and then pull up. And you can see it starts to stretch the mesh upwards. I could take these bottom ones here, so let's go Alt-A to deselect. Let's do another border select, B. I'll grab all of those, and I'll pull down. I could even do a scale X, SX, all right, and it starts to, warp them a bit. And then you can just repeat this any way you want for different parts of your model. Now you can still select just using the Shift key and right-clicking on vertices if you want. So I could pull these ones out a bit, right? I could take these ones up here, pull those ones up, and you get the general idea. Anyways, that's basically your lattice modifier. It's not too hard to use, and you might find some good uses for it. And anyways, you can see it just gives you that little bit of not so perfect 3D shape to your shapes whenever you're doing these kind of organic meshes. It's a very easy way to make some global changes. And that's basically it. Of course, it's a modifier, so that's your mesh still, but that's the overall result, right? So you can see here, you can turn it off and on. When you're done, you can apply if you want, but you don't have to, right? Usually you just leave this one on like this, and that just helps to adjust your mesh. That's really it. Have fun with the lattice modifier.